Okay, boys, we are back in the grotto for another video, and this one sucks. There's no way around it. This is worse than the Octave camp that took me 3 videos to get it all for you. I decided I wanted to keep working on my hunter, and I'm just about done with it. I think I've got 2 left in Cobalt Scar. And one of them is, Delmare Undertow, and she has a placeholder of a Nereid Guard, and there are a ton of them, and I was clearing them. I gated out to take a break, have some food, and I came back, and of all the places she could spawn, she spawned here. And this is the worst one. I wish I hadn't been clearing it. I should have just really been clearing these 2 and then just camp out and come back when they respawn. Because this zone is okay. Siren's Grotto was terrible. It was a terribly coded zone. Mobs would warp. Pathing was garbage. Just the fact that 2/3 of it was in the water just makes me want to, skip it every time. I don't want to deal with it. There's nothing, like I'm going to try to go backwards right now, and here we are crawling along because EverQuest and swimming is just the worst. And so I really believe whoever the current developers are, it's not Sony, but whatever. I believe they just somehow merged the old Grotto code into Cobalt Scar for claws, and they didn't fix anything. Because if you look at this mob right here that we have to kill, who is 17,000 feet away from this mob, who is 6 football fields away, who is over 9,000 centimeters away. That mob is linked. Somehow the aggro jumps to that mob. It's ridiculous. It makes me cringe because it's a joke. There's no way they should be tied. This mob and maybe that mob should be tied, but they're not. But this mob aggroes across the hallway, up 15 flights of stairs to this mob. And I've got to break this camp again because I've been gone for too long. So you'll see. I'm going to hit darkness to pull it, and this little young lady's going to come running. So I'll have to feign death, let her go back to her home, and hopefully this guard comes close enough that the next time I aggro her, it won't include number 2 over there. So here we go. And you'll notice they won't come directly towards me. They'll swim up, which causes a huge problem because sometimes they get stuck up in there. So anyway, this zone's garbage, and the water part of the zone is garbage. I can't stand it. I want to get out of here. So here we go. Like I said, exactly as I said, it doesn't make any sense. But we're going to use effigy, so we're all clear and we're in Viz. And now I just hit pet attack and get after it. And the main thing here is that we need to get slow on, which we just did. So this fight now really won't be much of an issue. It's just going to take time. These things have a decent amount of hit points and they respawn really fast. And we've got to kill a handful of them before we can get a solo pull of Miss Undertow back there. And the reason why I'm saying all this, and I'm saying it so swiftly and confidently, is because I have been working on this camp forever. This is the 2nd time I've had this camp. The first time, and she spawned in a very similar spot, a spot that's going to caused me just as many problems as she is now. This is rough. The respawn here is quick, and she's got a ton of hit points, and for some reason, at like 35%, she just stops taking damage, and I had that problem with another Cobalt Scar mob. I just checked the logs. I can't figure out why. There's nothing in it that says, like, you know, takes a defensive position or activates, you know, 95% mitigation versus dots. I mean, it's just, there's just nothing there to indicate why, but it happens. So, we've still got some work to do. This is going to be a long video, and I know I always break my videos up, or I keep them, you know, 10, the most like 15 minutes, but I want to show you guys everything, because you're going to see something a little different in this video. We've got a different plan for Miss Undertow, and it's a technique I use often, but I've never made a video about it. I've just kept it to myself. I keep it, you know, necromancers keep it to themselves, if you will. And you know, there's been a couple videos out. There's one in particular I know of lately that kind of showed this technique, and so there's really no you know, and the amount of views I get are so small, it's not going to impact anything. But it's cool, and I want to show you guys. It's just one more thing that necromancers can do that really kicks butt, I think. So we got slow on right away, which is perfect. And now we're just going to go through the dots, and then we're going to have to med up real fast. We'll use Death Bloom, and then we will get started on the named. And the name's going to take a little bit of effort to pull, and I'll walk you guys through that one when we get there. Because she has an interesting, I don't know if it's a special. I mean, it's a special attack that she has, but I don't think it's her main special. And it will root you in place. And sometimes you resist it. And if I resist it, it makes this pull really easy. If I don't, then the pull gets a little, it's just a little lengthier. So I will continue to grind away on this mob. Looks like I'm going to need a little more dots, which just means I got to med a little longer. But we'll get this thing done in just a few, probably another 20 seconds. Yeah, 20% should be about 3 ticks. So I'll throw one more set of scales out there, and then we will get started on the next part of this, the actual pull of this named. So I'm going to go ahead and hit invis and sit, because you're in the water, and I always forget. You know, this is an outdoor zone, so I feel like I have my horse or wolf or whatever, but you know, you don't. You've got to make sure you med. So, pardon me for this riveting content right here, but we've got about 80 seconds of just watching Miss Undertow before we'll be ready to go. Be able to hit Death Bloom now and get this done with. And part of the reason why I'm recording this all in one go here is a while ago there were some, it was either a Reddit post or a comment on YouTube or something. I'm pretty sure it was Reddit. And it was Reddit, and it was back with that whole thread of who's a better soloer, a mage or a necro. And I have nothing against mages at all. I don't know anything about them. So, but what I do know are necromancers, and the question, the way he asked it was, well, look, I've been watching your videos, and you take down all these cool named mobs, but why couldn't a mage and a mage's pet do the exact same thing? And, you know, in theory, I think a mage's pet is better than a necro scale, so wouldn't that be a better soloer? And my response to that is, yes, in a perfect little box, like in a little simulation room where it's just you and the named, yeah, I bet a mage is, if not as capable, you know, better. But that's not how EverQuest is. EverQuest is, you need to be able to get anywhere. You need to be able to control mobs. You need to be able to split camps. You need to split mobs that are tied together. What I mean by split camps. You need to be able to dump aggro. You know, there's a lot more to soloing than just can you press attack and win. You know, and I don't think that many classes, if really any class, can do what I'm doing right now, or what I've shown you in a lot of these videos. The problem is a lot of my videos, I don't do the full camp. I just do the named. So this one's going to be a full breakdown. You know, you've seen what I'm doing right now, and you're about to see probably something you probably don't know what you're about to see, but I'm going to hit darkness and haul butt towards those corpses, and we'll see how this goes. I need to resist the names special, so watch for that. And I didn't, so we'll feign death. We'll see it's up here. We've got 14 seconds on it. It went ahead and faded. It says ice grabs your legs and splits your armor, and that locks you in place. So what I need to do now is wait for... So the name's back, so she shouldn't be aggro. This is very frustrating with this zone. She's back in her place, so the aggro should drop, but it doesn't because Siren's Grotto is the worst zone on the planet. So we're just going to get up and run again, and we need that guard to get over here. Okay. Somehow, I hope you saw that. She wasn't on the extended target list, and she was hitting me. And then she got on the extended target, and then she showed up on the target list. Like this zone is just poorly coded. I'm not trying to be that EverQuest snob guy, but oh man, it's rough. So here's what we're gonna do. We've got an Ariat guard, and we got very little time to do this, but we got to get it done. So we're gonna send some skills, and we are going perfect. So now we've got a new pet, and we are going to immediately, because we don't want any respawns, send that pet, and we can't heal that pet. That pet is a charmed pet. And so now we're going to get in, and we're going to get going. And we've got to get some swarm pets up because we don't want to get on the rampage list, which I think we are. But that's okay. We got silent, we got prep, and we got burn, and we're going to go for some dots. And we got to get some of this going. There's rise. Let's see if we can get slow on again. It worked that time. And it's time to get some dots on. Let's get going. There's Oblivion. There's Crystal. There's Pallid. Pyre. We are slowly but surely winning this fight. We are utilizing a charmed pet, and sometimes that's what you need. I haven't shown this before. I've chosen not to. I don't. It's not. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just something that I haven't been putting out there. This is an extremely, let's say, convenient way to take on names when you're not entirely sure if Jobber's up for it. And I didn't think Jobber was up for this one, and you're about to see why. This mob, doesn't seem to be happening this time. That's pretty cool. In the past, I have had this mob sit at 35 and just, like I was saying earlier, basically just work me over because I couldn't do damage. It was just sitting there. But we're having pretty good success on this one. And so, this is going to go okay, it looks like. I need my poisons, and looks like I'll do another pipes because I had a gift. And I'll get another poison on there. And why isn't my Merc healing me? I could use a little help here. So, I think we got this one. I think this one's good to go. I'll try and get in the third. Oh, we did. We got a third. So, So this one's going to go here in a second. And, you know, we will still have just about 245 on our helper jobber here. I'm really not loving this merc, you know, being a jerk with my heals. I'd like to see a little bit more healing. We've been sitting at 2% for 2 ticks. I don't like that. 1%. It's taking a little too long. 2 minutes on there. Wow, that is a lot of loot. Wow, and that's a nice one right there. I'm going to have to send that one out to the people because that is a good one. Here's what we have to do now. I'm going to feign death. And that guard is gone. And I'm going to hop up and invis. I'm going to creep over here. I think I'm okay with hitting the corpse to loot it. Yeah. So pants. Man, I wish that was a helm. You guys know I made some new pants a while ago. So I'm going to leave that. I'm going to send this out to everybody because if you can get here and pick this up, those are some big numbers. I think I've already got that. Yeah. I think that's just, yeah, don't need that. It's probably a shield. Yeah, shield. I'm going to take it for the tribute. It's not quite as good, but I'm going to go ahead and snag it. So you guys, you know, if you watched that video, you probably found that a little interesting. I'm sure it's going to help somebody because that's a pretty big necromancer secret, and it's very, very helpful. I chose to do it because I wasn't sure if I could beat the respawns. I like to use Jobber for almost everything. So, but I wanted to get the W and get this kill and make this video because I also wanted to show you guys the whole camp and what we can do. So, questions, post a comment, find me on test server and send me a tell. I'm on usually after 6 o'clock Central Time most days. I'm happy to answer anything, walk you through whatever you need help with. And if you do hop on test, you know, and you need some plat to get started, you just let me know. I'll take care of you with that too. Hope this video helps somebody, and I'll see you boys in the next one.